Okay, let's jump right into this explainer. We're going to explore the absolutely fascinating architecture behind how machines actually store, organize, and apply knowledge to make intelligent decisions. Behind every single seamless ChatGPT prompt you write, or every complex AI medical diagnosis, there's this hidden, highly structured architecture operating just under the surface. It's really not just about passively feeding a computer some massive ocean of unstructured data. It's about giving that machine a rigorous framework to truly understand the world. We're talking about one of the oldest, most critical fields of computer science here, and honestly, understanding it is the absolute key to grasping how modern AI actually works. So think about this for a second. Can a penguin fly? Right, humans instantly know the answer is no. We just intuitively understand exceptions. We know penguins are birds, and yeah, birds usually fly, but penguins are an exception to that rule. Well, in computer science, teaching a machine to handle this requires a framework that can actually override default rules. It's this mind-bending concept known as non-monotonic reasoning. Establishing how an AI system reaches this exact same conclusion without just getting trapped in contradictory logic is literally one of the most vital areas of AI research. And this whole incredible field, it's known as knowledge representation. Here is our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll be looking at decoding AI reasoning, building blocks of knowledge, evolution of knowledge storage, connecting the dots, and finally, the future of AI. All right, let's dive into Section 1, decoding AI reasoning, going straight from data to actual intelligence. To really understand how a machine makes sense of the world, we have to look at this highly structured logical pipeline known as the DIKW pyramid. It's pretty straightforward. Data becomes information becomes structured knowledge, and then that knowledge ultimately enables machine intelligence. Because without this progression, a computer just has a meaningless pile of ones and zeros. Think of it this way, right? The number 100 is just raw data. It means literally nothing on its own. But 100 degrees Celsius adds context, making it information. Then the scientific fact that water boils at 100 degrees Celsius is structured knowledge. But actually using that specific fact to safely design and operate a steam engine, now that is intelligence. A robust representation system allows the machine to traverse this exact pipeline, so it can understand facts, infer new knowledge, and actually learn. Let's see how this plays out with a super simple logical inference. If cats are mammals, and Tom is a cat, then Tom is a mammal. This is your classic modus ponens logic structure, and honestly, it represents a massive aha moment for a computer. The machine can automatically figure out new facts about Tom simply because those initial facts were structured properly. But remember, the AI isn't sitting there reading English sentences the way you and I do. It uses underlying mathematical relationships and graph-based logic to instantly bridge these connections. It takes the fact that cats are mammals, mathematically combines it with the fact that Tom is a cat, and boom, derives brand new knowledge. It recognizes Tom as a mammal, all without a human ever explicitly programming in that specific little detail. Moving right along to Section 2, building blocks of knowledge, looking at the core components. If we want an AI to actually think, we have to build the exact internal structures it needs to process facts. Every single knowledge representation system relies on 4 fundamental pillars. First up, you start with the knowledge base, which is essentially your raw repository of facts. Next, you have an ontology. Now, this is way more than just a concept map. It defines the actual structural rules of a universe. It dictates the properties of a vehicle, establishing exactly how a car and a truck relate to it. Then comes the inference engine. Think of this as the brain that applies logical rules to all those facts. And finally, you've got a query mechanism, which is how the AI interface actually talks to the data. When these 4 pillars work together seamlessly, the inference engine can deduce complex realities, like determining that if every professor is an employee and Rahul is a professor, well, Rahul must be an employee. Okay, Section 3, evolution of knowledge storage, comparing the classical era to the modern day. The way we represented knowledge back in the day is radically different from the cutting-edge systems powering today's AI. In the classical era, we relied heavily on formal logic, things like first-order predicate logic, and these incredibly rigid if-then production rules. They were mathematically sound, sure, but man, they led to incredibly brittle systems. Early expert systems, often called good old-fashioned AI, would literally just break down if they hit any uncertainty or a scenario they hadn't been explicitly taught. Today, we've largely moved on to knowledge graphs. Instead of rigid scripts, information is stored as flexible nodes and edges, effortlessly scaling massive amounts of interconnected enterprise data. This is exactly how the big players like Google and Meta operate right now, mapping entities and relationships to connect concepts, like instantly linking Albert Einstein directly to the Nobel Prize in Physics in this vast dynamic web.
let's jump into Section 4, connecting the dots through knowledge mappings.
As you probably know, in the real world, data doesn't just live in one perfectly organized box. It is incredibly messy and scattered across completely different databases. Imagine you're integrating patient data during a huge hospital merger. System A relies on the labels student ID and doctor. System B uses roll number and physician. To a basic computer, these distinct text strings look entirely unrelated. But through complex semantic and schema mappings, what's often called entity resolution, the AI system actually preserves the underlying meaning. It figures out that these completely different labels actually refer to the exact same real-world concepts. It realizes, hey, a physician is a doctor, regardless of how the database architect initially typed it in.
So the AI pulls off this seamless integration using several distinct forms of mapping. Ontology and schema mappings align the broad structural concepts across databases. Semantic mapping preserves the underlying meaning of words, while instance mapping matches individual entities. To really see why this matters, think about the real-world outcome of cross-domain intelligence. An advanced AI can realize that a late fee in a banking database and a medical bill in a healthcare database both represent the broader concept of user debt. By relying on these hidden layers of mapping, AI can identify equivalent entities, like figuring out that Rahul Jain in one system and an R Jain in another are the exact same person. And that's exactly what allows us to build massive, integrated intelligence networks across finance, healthcare, and education.
Finally, bringing us to Section 5, the future of AI. Looking at modern approaches and the friction points we still face. Have you ever had an AI just completely make something up out of thin air? Yeah, large language models are prone to this because their internal memory acts like a black box. They rely entirely on what they memorized during their initial training. Well, retrieval augmented generation, or RAG, is a massive breakthrough in current research that tackles this exact problem. Instead of forcing the AI to answer from memory, RAG acts more like an open book test. It vastly improves factual grounding by allowing the AI to fetch verified external data from a structured knowledge graph or a vector database on the fly, right before it generates a response. This drastically reduces those fabricated answers we call hallucinations, making the systems we interact with every single day significantly more trustworthy.
Moving one step further, researchers are incredibly excited about Neuro-Symbolic AI. This approach bridges the gap between pattern recognition and actual structured logic, and honestly, it's widely considered the most promising path toward truly reliable AI. Neural networks are absolutely amazing at learning from massive datasets, but they can't always explain their reasoning. By combining them with symbolic reasoning, which provides clear, explainable logic, we get the best of both worlds. Imagine a self-driving car. The neural network uses pattern recognition to visually identify a red octagon as a stop sign, but it's the symbolic logic layer that enforces the absolute unbendable rule to hit the brakes. This creates AI systems that not only learn fluidly, but can explain exactly why they made a specific, critical decision. But despite all this incredible progress, AI still faces some massive friction points. Building these huge, structured knowledge bases requires intense human expertise. Unlike large language models that can just passively scrape text from the internet, true knowledge bases require slow, expensive curation by domain experts. That creates a massive knowledge acquisition bottleneck. Plus, real-world data is inherently ambiguous. Think about the word bank. Does it mean a financial institution or the side of a river? Handling this kind of uncertainty while maintaining consistency across billions of changing facts, like new scientific discoveries or government policies, is a monumental hurdle. And, of course, because humans curate this foundational data, there's always the persistent challenge of mitigating our own inherited societal biases from bleeding into the logic.
I want to leave you with this provocative thought. As long as machines struggle with simple common sense reasoning, mastering knowledge representation is going to remain the ultimate key to unlocking the true potential of artificial intelligence. We humans possess enormous amounts of everyday intuitive knowledge that we completely take for granted. We know that water is wet, that dropping a glass will shatter it, and that a penguin is a bird that swims instead of flies. Until we can seamlessly map that innate human intuition into a logical structure a machine can instantly comprehend, our journey in AI, well, it's really just getting started.